President Trump has said that there will be changes at that network. We wait for that to be decided. We wait for a lot of things to be decided, Carolyn. Also, if this deal will actually go through, Attorney General Rob Bonta said it's got to be scrutinized. There are calls from Washington, D.C. that the Justice Department must look closely at this deal. And then the questions that people have, we still don't have answers to. Will your Paramount Plus and your HBO Max apps and those streaming channels merge into one? Will you save money? Will you be spending more money? Don't have the answers to that. And then, of course, Carolyn, there is the landscape here in Los Angeles. Consider the lot behind me here in Burbank of Warner Brothers and the Paramount lot in Hollywood, two historic landmarks in Southern California. What happens to them? We're talking about the Noah's Ark syndrome, right? You're merging these two studios, and that means you're going to have two of everything. You really can't have duplicates of everything. Can you have two arcs? Well, it'll be up to one of the wealthiest men in the world to let us know. For now, we're live in Burbank. I'm Robert Kavasik. Carolyn, we'll see you at 11.
All right, Robert, thank you. See Ben. And next at 11, or 7 rather, a man in the Inland Empire desperate to find his dog. Now you can help get his companion, Paco, back home. And expect long lines in Long Beach this weekend. A popular burger chain is opening a new location. How Snoop Dogg helped make this happen.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. And before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro. For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, the rate of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. And before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro.
In just a few minutes, a bike ride and vigil will take place here in Playa del Rey in memory of a pregnant woman and her unborn child who were killed. Ray Nicole Graham was riding her bike with her husband and 2 children when she was struck by a car last month. The bike ride will start at 7:15 and end with a vigil at Hacienda Playa on Pershing Drive around 9:15. Now to the search for a missing dog in San Bernardino. 75-year-old John Park is asking for help finding his reindeer Chihuahua. Paco has been missing for 2 weeks after running out of a broken fence. John says he is devastated because Paco was adopted by his wife before she passed away.
I would just like them to bring him back and no questions asked. I mean, hey, all I want is Paco.
John does have this other dog to help keep him company, but he is praying for Paco's return. And anyone who may have seen Paco is asked to contact the police. New tonight, a second egg spotted in the eagle's nest in Big Bear. Within the hour, we saw Jackie standing up in that nest. Here you see it tending to 2 eggs. That camera courtesy of friends of Big Bear Valley. Earlier in the week, there was great excitement after Jackie laid another egg. You'll recall back in January, 2 eggs were taken by predators. The weekend is upon us, and if you're thinking of driving to the Inland Empire to check out the poppies, you'll want to see this. Unlike a few years ago, a super bloom right now, but the recent rain did cause a smaller bloom that scattered across the hills along the 15 freeway.
I'm just enjoying the sunshine, whether I see the flowers or not. Temecula Blind Country is just down the road, and that's where we're gonna go next.
Hey, some people are zip lining over the poppies. Keep in mind, poppy season is really just beginning. Pink blooms are expected closer to April. Of course, the big question is, will we get that super bloom come April?
No, I really keep my fingers crossed. We did have some pretty good rain, and this wasn't above average rain season, so again, fingers crossed. We had a pretty hot day across the region today, Carolyn. I've got a whole list of records to get through, so let me take you through some of the cities that broke records today. I should point out, we didn't have enough space on both of the graphics here to get every single city in, so I'll mention kind of a few others, but Woodland Hills, 97 degrees today. That was one of the hottest spots that beats the record from 86. You see Anaheim and Burbank were also both in the mid-90s. Riverside, 93 degrees, breaking the record from 1972 of 87. Bringing in another page of some broken records, Long Beach, we got to 91 degrees today, breaking the record of 88 degrees, very similar to downtown LA, set in 2025. So remember, last year was just about this hot. Van Nuys, 91 degrees. UCLA, actually this is very similar to the temperatures we saw around Camarillo and Oxnard, which also broke records today. Oxnard was nearly 90 degrees. So that's what we're looking at from earlier today, but as we go through the next couple of days, it is finally time to cool down a little bit. Here's what we're looking at for tomorrow. 6 o'clock in the morning, lots of high clouds streaming through the area. We've got a couple of systems that are going to throw some clouds our way over the next couple of days. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this will be very significant for trying to figure out how much fog we get. Hard to make out, but there's a little patch or two of fog down there, down below. But again, the clouds might just be thick enough to keep some of the fog away. And I think the rest of the day looks pretty nice for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine out there. Then as we go into early Sunday morning, some fog will be able to form because notice we have some clear skies overhead. But as we go into late Sunday and into Sunday night, more clouds are going to come into the region. And that may impact how much fog we get as we get into early Monday. Here's what everything's starting to look like. It's this area of high pressure that's been sitting overhead today. That's going to start moving away, and this area of low pressure is going to come off the Pacific. That will help to drop temperatures down a couple of degrees each day, but really, you're going to notice the much cooler temperatures as we get into Monday. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll start you the base on top, coastline down below. A quick reminder that for today in downtown LA, we got to 91 degrees. By Monday, 73 degrees, so almost 20 degrees cooler just over the course of a couple of days. Before the weekend, expect the low to mid 80s, still above average for this time of year. Some fog trying to come into the picture during the morning hours, but that should clear up very quickly. The rest of the day should have plenty of sunshine. As you can see for next week, we do bounce back temperature-wise a little bit, but we'll stay in the 70s. We're not expecting to get to the 80s or the 90s. We do have high pressure that's just to our west. That's going to keep us dry, though, at least for the next week, week and a half. Here's what looks like the valleys on top. My forecast down below. For tomorrow, upper 80s with a few low 90s mixed in. Then back to the low to mid 80s by Sunday. All the inland spots drop to the mid 70s as we get into Monday. And we'll stay about in the mid to upper 70s getting into next week. So a nice cool down coming our way after a pretty hot day. High desert on top, low desert forecast down below. Winds will pick up during the afternoon for tomorrow and Sunday afternoon. You do see a cooling trend through Monday, followed by a warming trend just a few degrees getting into next week. And here's how it looks for the area mountains. Some winds picking up during the afternoon hours as well for the mountain spots. Cooling off as we go through the weekend into Monday and